Okay, it is 5 o'clock on Tuesday, Wednesday, March 18th, 5 o'clock, and I'm fine to order the monthly meeting of the Stanley Fire District Board of Directors. Start with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, change the agenda.
Okay,
Yes.
the agenda that you have before you and it has been updated through the appropriate resources is as stated.
Okay, so we're good then.
Yeah, because we did a update through social media as well as site. All the appropriate channels. I can't remember the
Yes, that's good enough.
The public meeting law site, whatever that is. So we everything's been updated, so
All right.
no changes to the updated agenda.
Okay, perfect, thank you. All right, approval of minutes. Motion to approve the minutes of the February 18th meeting.
I'll move we accept the February 2nd meetings. Is that what's on February 2nd?
18th.
Oh, it says February 2nd.
Oh,
So there is a correction.
We have
I would
correction.
accept it with the correction.
thank you.
Change the date to February 18th
Yes,
as presented with that, the change.
thank you. That might have been on the updated that we missed up on that day, but we'll make that change.
I got the updated one right here and it has it right, but the old one, I don't know.
Okay,
Mine says 18th.
yours says the 18th? Okay,
Mine says
No, no, it's part of
Oh.
in the.
Oh, in
the packet.
The minutes themselves.
All right.
got you.
Got it.
Okay,
Okay,
we'll make those changes.
I'll make that
make
motion.
sure it's correct. Right, go to second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Okay. All right, and we have having no public, no any comments. Okay, so. Chief, do you want to go ahead and explain these changes?
Will do. I'm gonna give a small intro and then turn it over to Chief Dieters for B1, B2, and B3, if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, so about a week ago, we were advised that we needed to bring forward to the Department of Revenue approved mapping for annexation. And the process of that has a trickle down effect to the other measures, or not measures, resolutions that you have passed before. So what you're gonna see before you is an amendment to 2503. You're gonna see a business item for approving of the annexation of Sandy Fire into Clackamas Fire with the approved maps. And then you're also going to see a small change to the explanatory statement, which we will file tomorrow morning, which is in the approved timeline, that will have just one small edit that Chief Dieters will go through. And after Steve goes through each item, we'd be happy to answer any questions that you guys have.
Okay, all right, and so these are in your packet, and then the most updated one should have been in front of you from the net, thank you. First off, I do want to say that this has taken a small army to get this done over the last week or so. I really have to say thank you to Brian Stewart, who's been instrumental in helping behind the scenes to get to where we are today.
As well as our legal.
And our legal, we went through, which sometimes differing opinions are great, sometimes they are not. And, but we're here today. I am gonna read the action requested on each one, just so that we have it on record, but here's what we're asking. And as Nick said, the trickle down led to the ORS that we used in the beginning is for a November election. And May as a different ORS, so that's really start of the trickle, and then it just led to everything. So I'll start with B1. And so the action requested is the staff requests the board of directors to adopt resolution 2601, amending the ORS citation in resolution 2503. All of the language is still the same, with the exception of section 2 and the bolded is what we're changing it to. So the following dissolution of its district pursuant to ORS 198-920, its territory will annex into Clackamas Fire District Number 1 pursuant to ORS 198-927, contingent upon voter approval in the election. So section 5 was taken out, which had the original ORS of 198-866. And then section 5 will now say the resolution shall become effective immediately upon its adoption. So that's what that resolution is, and then you
If I can, I'm just gonna, so the one I'm looking at that you're talking to talks about. Is it under action required, is it to adopt resolution 26-02?
01 amending.
Okay, 01, all right, I'm gonna go the right one, thank you.
Yep.
Sorry.
And so when, like with any other resolution, you will need to read the resolution to consider that the bolded top piece. And that resolution contains the same changes that are listed in the staff report. So this is what we will turn in, and the reason for signatures is so that the county elections knows that we have discussed the amendment with you, since we've already turned in.
So you only need the bolded section read.
For the resolution, yeah, to adopt it, yes.
Okay. You want to try to do that? You want to
Yes.
do that? That'd be great.
We're making a motion to adopt resolution 26-01. A resolution of the Sandy Fire District, Oregon, amending resolution number 25-03. Which proposed annexation of the district into Clackamas Fire District 1 effective July 1st, 2026. Contingent upon voter approval and affirming a plan where the district property owners will pay only the district's permanent rate.
Perfect.
Okay. Any second to that?
I will second that.
I think we need to have a roll call
Yeah.
on that.
Yes, that's a roll call.
Yeah.
Paul Massowski,
Yes.
Mark Wong,
Yes.
Sue Lyon,
Yes.
Ryan Fox.
yes,
Okay, good. All right. What was the second one?
To the second one. Okay, staff request approval of the updated Sandy ballot title, question, summary, and explanatory statement materials for Sandy Fire District annexation into Clackamas Fire District. Below in red are the only changes we took the date out to begin with on recommendation, and now as of 20 minutes ago, the recommendation is to put the date back in and it to read before July 1 of 2026. And then the second change would be expanding staffing and equipment at the Sandy and Eel Creek stations. So Clackamas Fire, it just has the date of 2021 where we expanded the staffing. That's the only change. And then the backside, the other change is on the explanatory statement. It just highlights that it now says before July 1 of 2026. And attached, we have the SEL 803, which reflects those date changes in there. This one is not a resolution, but it does take a vote to approve, and then we will need signatures on that one as well when we turn it in.
You lovely gentlemen would like to do this one.
I am leaning hard into the monitor.
Very important. Hold it soft.
So I'm just trying to think what needs to be read here.
What you need to read, yes.
Accepting the changes to the explanatory statement would work.
Oh. Okay.
So to make a motion that staff request approval of updated Sandy ballot title, question, summary, and explanatory statement materials.
Yes.
Of the Sandy Fire District annexation into Clackamas Fire District.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will second that.
Roll call vote, please.
Paul Massowski.
Yes.
Mark Wong,
Yes.
Sue Lyon,
Yes.
Ryan Fox.
yes,
Okay. One more.
Okay, so this next one is a resolution, and this is staff request the board of directors to adopt resolution 2602, proposing that the county board of commissioners enter an order annexing Sandy Fire District number 72 into Clackamas Fire District upon dissolution of Sandy Fire District number 72. That resolution is attached, and also are the maps that are required by Department of Revenue, which is the entirety of the Sandy Rural Fire District. You can see the map is attached. That requires to read the resolution and also to have signatures. Happy to answer any questions. This is what Department of Revenue and our legal has said we need to include for a May election.
I read it. I mean, it's been through legal, but I haven't.
I'm just trying to make sure what you're gonna need for us to
Yeah,
read.
what's legal here for?
So this whole,
What, all you have to say is resolution 20, yeah,
What's in bold at the top?
that's it.
oh, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's the title of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make the motion, so. We pass the resolution 26-02, a resolution proposing the annexation of Sandy Fire District number 72 in the Clackamas Fire District.
Perfect.
I can second that.
Thank you, Ryan. All in favor? Oh, no.
Aye.
Tom Sowski.
Yes.
Mark Monder.
Yes.
Jim Holmes.
Yes,
Brian Fox.
Yes,
thank you all.
Thank you.
There's a lot of work here.
Thank you. I appreciate you and I appreciate the flexibility with just making sure that we
It is what it is.
just had to make sure that we will have it exactly verbatim based on what the DOR required and it just the timing.
We just had whatever. We didn't have to sweat through hours and hours.
But you know, what's interesting, I gave my notice just a little while.
Yeah.
We've never gone for a May election, so we just have no idea that it's different for a May election. Yeah, the levy was in May, but that was a brand new tax, and so it didn't require all of this stuff.
Yeah, the hangup is the DOR moving the maps and March 31st is the deadline. And that was something that.
It's amazing that it would just a measure to the ballot, honestly, with all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
Not that I hope we ever have to do anything like that again, but we know now, it's different.
So you're gonna have a signed document for each one of these?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so. The chair, we don't have our secretary either.
It's secretary or treasurer or the reporting director.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
These,
Yep, anybody can sign.
perfect, okay, great. Because he's not gonna go sign it from there.
But that's why it says, you know, any one of those three can sign.
Perfect. Right. Okay, on to other business. I don't know if there's any liaison committee stuff, we've all been involved in so many things, is there anything new? You should be talking about?
Maybe the meet the chief from, you wanna hit on that
Oh, yeah,
or?
let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah, we just had I thought a very, nice and informative meeting, with the ant farm. We had 3 participants who, for me, it was good, I think for everybody else, just to hear perspectives that were out there. And these are citizens that are involved, right?
Yep.
With things going on, but, what I walked away from that we haven't covered yet, or to the extent that they wanted to, was why are we doing this now?
Yeah.
Right? And what was the other? There was the other one, the levy came up.
Yep.
Okay, are we really talking about $2.42 or $2.90 on it?
Yep.
Type of deal of how that, but there were other takeaways.
Yeah.
And I would say, I'm guessing, but all 3 citizens were supportive of the annexation, especially after hearing the feedback. So those meetings, I wish there was more. I mean, and we're all trying to make ourselves available for that, but it is definitely an informative process, right?
Yeah.
Going through, so.
And those 3 people all around the community talking to other people.
They are.
Those were all chosen for the social media committee for
Yeah.
that reason.
Yeah. I think, if it's okay, if I
Please,
just
please, go ahead.
please. I was at a community, I've been in multiple community meetings, but the most recent one that I was at. There was about 25 individuals there, but that was a reoccurring question as well, Ron, was why now? When I had talked to a member on the phone who originally was supportive of it, but then started to second guess on why going now. And I talked to that individual for 30 minutes, it was why now? And so that is a reoccurring theme, and I know it's a theme that you've brought up over the last 18 months is the why now. And so it is something that not only you as elected officials have asked, but it is something that is running the community. And so we need to really target in on explaining to the community why now, because the minute that we walk through and that we explain to them, this is why the elected officials said why now, and this is why I, as your fire chief, am saying why now. Every single one of them's like, that makes perfect sense. And so we need to really try to articulate that message.
And the hard thing is how to distill that down into a sentence or two.
Correct.
So that fits in with it and people actually read it.
Exactly.
So Annette.
We got it for 8 seconds. We have it for 8 seconds to capture, right? And so it's gotta be short.
That's it, 6 seconds, wow.
Yeah.
But no, I thought, I'm great, we have some more coming up.
Yep.
On it, so,
And those are gonna be on weekends. We hit the ones during the day, the next ones are gonna be on the weekends, and so we'll really make a full court press to really try to get that community to engage and come to those.
I think everybody has my phone number, I'm willing, if you hear somebody wants to talk.
Okay.
Give them my number and you'd be happy
Well,
to engage.
Have the questions been getting, well, I guess it's only the second meeting, correct?
yes,
But I mean,
Third.
seems like
this is the third, yeah,
a little more engagement on each.
I would say today's was probably the best. Today, most of the other ones have been very, ones you would anticipate. These ones have been from people that have really dove into this and are very thoughtful, very great, good questions, very educated community members. And to be honest, a lot of these have been really focused at me as the fire chief. Today, a lot was focused at Ron, and his officials elected, why now? And so I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that opportunity. I think today was a very good informed conversation versus, oh, we get more firefighters, okay, great. Right, it was more diving into what was the decision making coming up? Why did we start the process with Blackness Fire? Where was the volunteers before? They just really were diving into some really amazing questions. That's what I felt anyways, Ron.
You know, I do too, and I also want to point out or give thanks to Chris, Director Haas over there, because he's, besides his good looks. No, but it's nice, we kind of have three different entities here, we got the two different boards and the administrative, and between the three of parties, we're able to kind of attack the question from whatever angle we need to, so Chris is sitting over there just waiting to be called on and jumping in, so it's been, I think, a good exchange. Thank you.
And those two gentlemen that were at your meeting today will be at that Furman CPO too. Those are,
Great,
that's how I knew them
that's
from
awesome.
there. So they'll be there, hopefully
I love that.
with some new questions for you.
I love it. It's great. But yeah, I get excited about it, Mark, because it shows they're educating themselves. And I don't feel like we had that the last go around. And now I feel like we have the community engaging and being like, why? And I think that's the power of truly understanding why this is important, right? And I just, so I'm excited with today's meeting.
Yeah, and I'm hopeful that because I know, like Chris has been doing all the administrative work or the bulk of it.
Yeah.
We get some adjustments made to the 4 documents that are in there that he's been working on with all of us, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah.
And I've had a few conversations with neighbors and other people, most of the conversations been, once they understand where we were and where we're at today and why this needs to continue forward in a more formalized manner, most people are So pretty straightforward.
That's exactly it. So, love it.
All right. So now we have regular reports. Do you have anything else to talk about?
I do have just a couple things. I just think it's important to highlight. Again, it goes back to 3 years ago when we talked about Clackamas Fire, leaning into incident management teams and preparing for natural disasters. We've grown now from just getting Clackamas Fire prepared to now expanding into the region. And so we hosted basically a logistics support workshop for Clackamas Fire, Tualatin Valley Fire, Clackamas Fire Defense Board, which encompasses every single fire agency in Clackamas County, OEM, and OSFL. Morgan West, CRO Morgan West is the one that led that effort, and just doing amazing work. I talked about phase 1 of the training. Well, that's what you guys saw. I don't know if you saw, but the training center itself, where the classrooms were, that construction ended. We had an open house last October. Phase 2 of that was the warehouse portion, and that's what we consider, air quoting here, the dirty classroom. That's where the academies are held. But a really amazing workout facility. I walked in there when it was done, and I didn't really know. I kind of stayed away from the building until it was done, and it's a nicer gym than I had in college. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing because I think what it reflects is when new recruits come into our organization, it hones into them the importance of physical fitness, because physical fitness and mental fitness, they go hand in hand. And this job, you need to be in shape, and it's really easy to take a back step and not prioritize that. But I love how it came out. There's a bailout prop that has forever what we've had to do, and Mark can back us with this. You'd have to have a belay, and you'd have to be able to have personnel to be able to put somebody on belay so that they could bail out, so it was done safely. It's got the suspect to have an auto belay to where people can hook into it and bail out, and it's just I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the work that the facilities put in and training put in to get that done. It looks amazing. And then last but not least, Academy 2601 started, and 16-week academy, and that fulfills the end of the levy, that academy. And so excited about that ending, and be happy to answer any questions that you have for me.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, one more thing, sorry, go back. We did have a presentation with, and I know Steve Deers was gonna say this, so I'm gonna take it because I have to. We had a presentation to, Good Morning Sandy. We hosted it at the fire station, and Ron, Steve, and myself presented. It was really good, very well attended, a lot of good questions. But what I really love about it is that, you know, as we're presenting it almost just, as Ron's saying, I'll build off there. If I'm saying something, Ron builds on it. It's a great atmosphere to educate the community. It's like we said, we're just hoping that on these events that we keep having, that more and more people come, so we can educate more. So, yeah, after that, I'd be happy to answer your questions.
Chief Peters, did he leave you anything?
A couple. I don't discuss them anymore.
Easy.
Yeah, it's easier. Yeah, so just a few things, and he did mention the hosting Good Morning Sandy. We also have a couple more events planned coming up for the Rotary and for Kiwanis, so we'll be moving to them as well. And we continue on with all of our regular meetings and doing as much as we can to educate. We also have a meeting coming up with the city council, what we're presenting to them as well, and they've furnished us with a few questions beforehand, we're thankful for that, so we will address those as well. We had talked early on about doing a wildfire preparedness summit. Our wildfire group presented to the Bull Run CPO just 2 weeks ago, all that, but in the interim, when we were planning this, we found that the Mount Hood corridor we were shooting for April 28th. And luckily, we haven't advertised, Nick and I talked about it at one meeting, but we haven't advertised anything. And we're deciding not to do it. The Mountain Corridor has prepared this event on the 25th. Most of the same players will be presenting at that one, and then Red Cross has just 4 days later, they have a preparedness event with a hands-on thing at the high school. So we didn't want to risk diluting the other planned events, so we'll be switching it. I believe we can switch it to a town hall type thing. We're working on the final details of that, but we'll still do something in the community, but it just won't be wildfire based. Some elements of that in there, but and we'll plan to bring our wildfire people here to answer some questions and all that.
Steve, what is the date of that one at the high school? I know I heard about that the other day.
The Red Cross.
Yeah.
I want to say it is
I can look up online.
like the first week in May, right after.
Okay, because I went to the pub night one that they had a week and a half ago, and it was really well attended, and it was really a lot about how to protect your own home and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I understand this one from at the high school is more about evacuations and that kind of
Yes,
thing.
exactly.
Since
Same.
we've had to do that a couple of times, it's
Yeah.
of interest to me.
Yeah, once we learned what their agendas were, what they were gonna cover, it really would be repeating the
Yeah.
same thing, and it would probably dilute everybody's event. And so instead of having 5 people at each event, they'd be better attended. So we're gonna switch to like a town hall type thing right here in the annex property and invite people to come and talk. So we'll be doing that. Calls for service, February, slow month, 120, but what we found is that we're gonna switch the way that we report that, only because what I'm not capturing is because of Eagle Creek being staffed and it comes into Sandy and Maureen comes in for the second and third calls, it doesn't capture those to the reports for their stations, so you're gonna start seeing responses. And so the number will probably grow because it is pretty good size number. When I saw the number for the previous month, I was like, wow, that's a lot of responses. But sometimes it's 2 engines on a call, it takes 2 engines, or the rescue's out, whatever the case may be, so that you'll see that change just a little bit in that reporting on how we do it. So we're gonna try and just capture everything that comes into Sandy and mitigates the issue. So that'll be a little bit different.
It's just a more true data set.
Yeah,
That
it really is.
that one call. This is how many apparatus responded into Sandy. This is how much money we've saved last year, right? All of those things.
Thinking.
Yeah, so you'll be seeing that change in next month's board report. And like the chief said, it just captures what's truly going on here when we get multiple calls for service and multiple rates from the device.
Again, so this pie chart here, so these numbers, the 120, is that how we've always been reporting it?
That's how we've always been reporting, but it's only capturing what's happening here.
No, but the 120 is way low, we're usually about 200.
Well, I thought so too, but I thought we made a mistake.
Yeah.
And so I went back to February of last year and it was 114. So I think it's February. So,
Short month.
But 200 is about the average, right? We'll go.
Yeah. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I thought it was our fault and I thought, great, one more
Okay.
mistake to report. But it's not, it wasn't, it's just, it must be February. And then you can see we're still getting the events, getting the touches with people. We also attended the sportsman show at Good Shepherd. We were able to get engine 371 there for a little bit. We got rescue 371 there for a little bit. Engine 18, engine 14, and then engine 19. So very well attended. They thought it was a great event and they just kind of got to walk through and talk to people and all that. So we still continue to be out there and trying to spread the good word of what we're doing. And with that, happy to answer any questions. Oh, I didn't know, go back, sorry. Volunteer recruitment ended a couple days ago. So, yeah, 89 applicants. applicants this time, so very, very good. And it's interesting that they're doing the recruitment now while the academy's still in. And so they're already prepping for that next group to come in. And that's a big part of that, so thank you. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's a shame we can't take everybody, but
What's the number rolling down?
What do you need to whittle it down to?
I will be speaking out of turn. I want to say that we do have a max when it comes to instruction and things like that, and I believe that number is 24 is the max that we can take at a time.
I
So,
think we're looking about fun.
Yeah, 20.
Thank you. All right, Chief Whitaker, what have you got for us?
Well, I wish I had anything exciting, but finances are pretty stable, so not a lot of things happened in February. A little bit of property tax came in and obviously continuing to accrue interest on the balance, which is a healthy balance. We've got one more contract for service payment that we'll invoice you for next month. But overall, I mean, you should end the year with roughly the same fund balance that you started it with, so the cost of the contract service pretty much mirrored the revenue you have coming in, so all is good.
Any questions from Mark?
No, thank you.
All right, I think Red Star, you're up.
Okay, thank you. Volunteer staffing in response to the month of February, we had 24 out of 28 nights. Station 74 was staffed and we responded to 11 incidents. The rehab group had 5 dispatches and responded 5 times and arrived on scene 4 times. And water tenders had 8 dispatches with 8 responses and 6 arrivals on scene. Training for volunteer suppression was, we did a lot of stuff with ladders throughout the month. And we did ladder fundamentals, advanced skills, and then we did EMS, which is always the third Wednesday of the month. We did street drugs, we learned about that a little bit, and then we ended the month with ladder bailouts as well. The rehab group also had a drill. It was about radio communication, and they did that towards the end of the month. So that's all I have. And if you have any questions, I'll happily answer them now.
I do
Thank you very
have
much.
one go back, I'm sorry.
Is 2, go back.
I'll just point to these as part of my mind taking up space. At the stations, at Roslyn and Dover and here, we've ordered just small vinyl signs that say proudly served by Clackamas Fire to hang in addition to the existing signs. So that was from the Eagle or the Furwood CPO. Another suggestion is big. Nobody knows, so not changing the whole sign, just adding a little banner to the bottom.
Okay. That was Gordon, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. After he complained about the droopy sign, but
It's still droopy.
Yeah.
it should be down, but it's close.
Maybe it is today.
Yeah.
It was still there, and it was still, you can read it from one side, but you can't read it from the other side. On top, so that's okay. Apparently, it did its job.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, is there anything else to come before this board?
You have anything to go back, Steve?
Yeah, oh, let me think of one.
Nothing? Okay. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion that we adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Opposed? Thank you, Ryan. And opposed? All right. We're adjourned.
Thanks, Ryan.
See you guys. Sorry I couldn't be there. I hate doing this online, but what I got.
Appreciate you being here.
Take care.
Yeah.
Good.
Were we on?